How do you give hope and encouragement to the hopeless?
Yeah.
Such as depression, grief, loneliness, etc.
Yeah. I think that people say all the time, I need God to speak to me. And God speaks to us in His Word. And I think the way that you bring comfort to people is that you remind them of God's promises in His Word for them. And let them just hear that over and over and over again and read it, memorize it, put it in their heads and their hearts. So it becomes not only God's truth, but their truth. Mm-hmm. And I think that that's how we get through difficult times. One of the most difficult times we went through dealing with grief is in 2020, my son and daughter-in-law had a little girl. And the moment that she was born, they rushed her to ICU. And they put her on life support, and they did all these things to try to bring her health during that time and actually get her off the life support. During that time, prayed and prayed and prayed. I couldn't go see her because it was COVID and she was in ICU, but they had a camera and she was on and so I would get on that camera and I held my iPad and I would put my hand on her and I would pray for her. Sorry. And I really wanted God to heal her. And I know that my kids did, and my wife and her sisters wanted her to be healed. And 11 days later, we ended up having to pull life support from her, and she passed away. And the only way that I think a person can find comfort in the midst of that is to take God at His promises, that He loves her, and that she is important to Him. When David prayed for his son when he was sick, and he prayed and he prayed, he laid prostrate on the ground before God for a really long time, didn't eat, all he did was pray and cry out to God to heal him. And when God didn't heal him and took him home, David got up, cleaned himself up, had a meal, and they said, well, shouldn't you be grieving now? And David's words were, I did that, and yet God saw fit to take him home. Now, I will go to Him. He was not going to come to me, but there'll be a time that I'll go to Him. And for us, in our family, there's a time in which Sailor, that was her name, Sailor James, that will go to her. And we can rejoice in the fact that she's with our Savior. And there's great comfort in that, even though our hearts break and we wish she was here. There's going to come a time where we'll spend eternity with our Savior and with her. And that's a cool thing. And that's a promise of God.
It's not a false promise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway.